Hey guys, I wanted to make a quick video just showing you how I go about cleaning Super Nintendo and Nintendo games. Now what you'll need first is a couple things I have here. One is a magic eraser, which I found to be perfect for this. You'll need the bit to take Nintendo games apart. The Super Nintendo bit is a little bit bigger than it. You can find those on eBay, they're cheap. And in the process you may want to buy one that comes with an eraser that looks like that. And I apologize for this video. I'm using one of my tablets I have here to record it. I just wanted to show real quick how I go about doing this. This is Mario 3 for the Nintendo. The screws have already been taken out. I'll show you something with those in a minute. But for example, if I was going to just clean this, take your magic eraser, just run it over the front, and you do this with any of the games, Super Nintendo, doesn't really matter what system, even Game Boy. Anything you're trying to clean, this works really well on systems too. So if you get a Nintendo or Super Nintendo that's really dirty and you need to get it cleaned off, just wipe it down with a magic eraser. Take a damp cloth. This is just a damp wash rag. Take the damp side and go back over. Wipe any of the excess magic eraser liquid off. Let's go ahead and get this thing wiped down, dried down real good. And that's pretty much all there is to cleaning the outside. This game was actually not very dirty, so there wasn't really much to do. So when you take the inside out, obviously the chip is there. So we'll set that to the side for now. If they're on some of these games, they'll be dirty down at the bottom. You can take just like a wet paper towel or something, work just fine just to wipe that area down. This one doesn't look dirty at all. So just wipe that area down. We'll set that to the side for now. Now this is the actual game chip that's inside the cartridge. Now what you're looking to clean on this, and you can barely see it in the video, there's kind of a black haze on these gold contacts. That's what's causing, or could cause, issues with the game not booting. So you can kind of see it when I tilt it into the light. So what you'll do is take your hand, just hold it like this. Take the eraser you got off eBay, just take the edge of it, and this is one where it's solid all the way across, a solid piece, so it's kind of easy. Just scrub that eraser across these gold contacts. And you can actually see, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, the black dust that's on my hand right there. Some of it comes off the eraser, some of it comes off the gold contacts. So sometimes you got to use the flat side of the eraser to get right on the edge. And that's pretty good. It looks like there's a black spot on this far left contact. Let's see if we can get that off. Okay. Now, if you look at the contacts now, they're shiny looking. So here's a clean side that we just cleaned with the eraser. Now if we flip it over, this side has not been cleaned. You see the kind of shadow effect between bright gold up top, shadow effect at the bottom, that dark shadow across the middle. That's what you're trying to get off with that eraser. So let's take the eraser on this side. Just give it a good scrubbing. I apologize if I'm hitting the tablet when I'm trying to do that. You obviously want to blow or wipe the dust off, any excess dust or whatever that's on the contacts. So there we go. That shadow effect is gone off the contacts. And that's pretty much it. That's how you clean the contacts. Obviously just, stick your game back in the case and put it back together. One other thing I want to show you before I do that. These are the 3 screws that came out of the case. 3 little screws. Sometimes I don't take these out. But here's something you can do with the magic eraser that's kind of cool. Take the screw, hold it in your hand like so, where the head of it because sometimes these things get kind of dingy and corroded look, and just run it over top of the magic eraser. And if you'll notice, you see a trail on the magic eraser where I ran the screw. See that trail? Well, now the screw head is very shiny. So now the screw head looks practically brand new. So we'll take these other ones and just run them over real quick. They weren't very dirty to begin with. So there we go. That's how you do a Nintendo game. Super Nintendo is the same way. This is a Super Nintendo game. I've actually already cleaned this, but what I did want to show you was this one I did not clean the screws. I don't know if I forgot or what, but so let's take our Super Nintendo bit. I've already cleaned the outside and the inside of this actually. That bit is actually only to take a Super Nintendo console apart. The games use this. The Super Nintendo games use the same bit as the Nintendo games. This bigger bit that I have as well is for actually taking the Super Nintendo console apart. Alright, so let's take this apart. And as you can see, the gold contacts are quite shiny on here. These have already been cleaned. But what I didn't clean was the screws. I don't know if the video is going to really illustrate this very well, but let's see. We got kind of brass colored screws. They're kind of dingy looking actually, especially the one on my right hand. So let's take our magic eraser again. Let's see what kind of cleanness we can get on this thing. It does kind of tear a magic eraser up as well, so maybe just stick to one side. See if we can put some shine back on this screw. So, yeah, we got a little bit of shine back on. So now it doesn't look quite as dingy. As you can see, it's got a little shine to it. This is the other screw we haven't done yet. The one in my right hand here we have done. This one we have not. So now let's set this one aside. Run this one over the magic eraser. As you can see, I got a towel laying on the floor. I always work on a towel. So now the screws got some kind of shine to them. So they look a lot better. But that's just a quick video I wanted to show of how I go about cleaning a Super Nintendo and Nintendo game. Consoles work the same way. The magic eraser is fantastic for cleaning Nintendo and Super Nintendo consoles. And this drill is also fantastic. That's all there is to it. Just wanted to illustrate that, guys. If you have any questions, leave a comment in the comments and I can answer what I can. Thanks, guys.